All right, so here we go here. Let me just move this over here. Get the shared screen going. So I got this. All right. Then gotta get my intro here. All right, let me share the screen. All right, hopefully I was sharing the audio. Try that again. I had not been sharing the audio, so glad that I caught that. Actually, yeah, well, walking game. All right, so today's video is going to be about a game where you walk around and you do different things and you do different things in different levels, and maybe you kill some enemies and you get some items and stuff. So it's going to be, I'm hoping to make something of actual more complexity here. So first I'm going to try and do is create one program that's template and then spawn a bunch of programs off of that one. So I added recently the ability to duplicate programs. Hopefully that will work. If it doesn't, then I'm sorry. So first we add the run background, then we're adding, let's just get this going over here. Then we're going to probably need a collision engine. But some other things that we're going to need are all right, so here we have our bone count and our collect bones. So these are basically different ways we can modify the memory. And then we have the smart menu, which can also inherit stuff from the cookie memory. I think that could be particularly useful, but to start here, I think I'm going to add, there's a character that walks around. So here we have a crawler, spawn resources, got a menu, projectile launcher, smart menu, key controlled element. This is what I want. Hopefully this is going to work. Okay. Let's see. So we have the police officer. All right. And right now he just moves around when I press the buttons. Okay. And he does not yet have collision, it looks like. All right. So need to add that. So what I'll also do is add the collision engine. And then also under here for the elements, so I'm going to make the character, and then I think I'm going to make a bar on the top, the right, the bottom, and the left. And these are basically going to be like, if you run to the edge of the level, you're going to jump to the next level over to the right. And so that's going to be how, how we connect the different levels. So you kind of walk over into there. So let's, we're going to make a div. It doesn't need text data. It can be completely invisible. We're just going to do this. And first, we're going to make one that goes across the top. And so the width of that, we're going to make 100%. The height of it, I'm going to make 10%. Maybe it needs to be like, I don't know, 15%. Left is going to be 0. Top is going to be 0. This is going to be called basically top top collision bar. There's going to be no text data. The color can stay as red, positioning absolute, all that's fine. What I can probably do is just put on a background color just so I can see kind of what it looks like to start off with. Then I can just delete it afterwards. Okay, so it's fairly large. I think I'm going to make it 10%. Okay, so now if my character, walks over to this point, this is going to be what triggers it to, load a new web page or whatever. So we're going to duplicate this one. This would be the left collision bar. Okay, and so the width of this one is going to be 10%. The height of it is going to be 100%. And I think everything else stays the same. Now we should have another bar. Okay, right there. Good. All right. Then we're going to make a right collision bar. Okay, and so then this one, the width is still 10%. The left position, though, is going to be 90%, I believe. Awesome. Okay. Then let's take the top bar, top collision bar, duplicate that. And then this is going to be called bottom collision bar. Okay. And then height is 10%, but the top now is going to be 90%. Okay. Then what we're going to do here is basically each one of these is going to have different lengths that it triggers. And so, for when we walk in these different areas, can turn the coloring off of there whenever I'm ready, because it's not going to stay there forever. But what I want to first do is add here a variable. Need to add the collision. Okay, good. And we're going to make a variable. Actually, we're going to append to an array. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. Yeah, so this should be modify variable. Here we go. All right, so this is going to be pre-collision list A. My headphones are giving me a boop 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 warning here. Okay, this is looking positive. Just need to figure out what I'm going to do here, how to get this connected. Okay, nice. I do have an extension cord. It's probably too long. Okay. So, just put that back. Well, I might just be roughing it, and then maybe just go in silent if necessary. Hopefully it maintains for a little while. All right, so we got the pre-collision list A, and this is going to be character. Okay, so we can minimize character now. I'm like outside of the view. All right, so we'll condense that. Then top collision bar is the next one. And this is going to be pre-collision list B. All right, and this is going to be top collision bar. And then we can just actually do this right here. All right, and then this can be bottom collision bar. And then we do left collision bar and right collision bar. Left collision bar. Right collision bar. Okay. Now, when a collision happens, it's going to shoot it off to the left. So let's just verify if this works. Okay, that worked. Bloop. Bloop. Okay, all the collisions work. So when we go to those, if it is one of the collision bars, then we're gonna want to, trigger a specific level. So if else, all right. So if item A So reference array. If this one equals bottom collision bar, then we're going to do something. Actually, let's just start with left collision bar. Left collision bar. Okay, let's just check here. This is going to be web page. We're going to load web page. Okay. Now, these actually, I'm going to nest this whole thing. So right now, it would just do, a ton of collisions. And I only want to do that collision if or I only want to jump to the web page if I haven't already started loading it. Basically, otherwise it's going to load the web page like 1,000 times, which I already this morning accidentally destroyed my own website by pinging it 50,000 times in a program accidentally. So definitely don't want to do that. So here we're going to say there's going to be a variable that we're going to reference. It's going to be called loading page. And if loading page is 0, then we can go on variable. Otherwise, we're loading a page, so we're not going to bother. We're just going to do the other, processing that happens. But when it comes to page loading, so this one's here, loading page. If that equals 0, then we're going to check and do all this stuff. So here is going to be if else, and then it's going to be collision, check for collision, check for, let's see, check for edges of level. Make that orange just so it's easier to see. Okay, now with that loading page equals 0, and just at the very top here, I should have some make variable here somewhere. It's all modify variable. Okay, I guess I need to do a make variable too. I'm just going to do it here in the run. All right, and this variable is going to be called loading page, and it's going to be 0. And then when we actually load the page, we are going to turn this to a 1. So here we have the collision engine, and we have our for loop, and we're going to basically go through all the collisions. And then here, if it's left, first thing we're going to do is we're going to say we're now loading a page. And then after this, we're going to actually load the web page. All right. So let's just give this a check. If we go over here to the left, it should like, oh, actually, maybe this should be collision list B. Yes, it works. Amazing. Okay, so okay, so now here we have the left collision bar, and this will be, you know, the page that gets loaded if that happens. So the simplest will be to basically just duplicate this a couple times. So that's the left collision bar. And here we have the right collision bar. Okay, my headphones have died one time. They will probably die again and die permanently. So the episode may end a little bit earlier than expected. But what are you going to do? Okay, so we have left, right collision bar, top collision bar, and then bottom collision bar. Okay, now here we have our bottom collision bar. All right. Let's just verify that things work here. Top. Okay, that looks good. Okay, right. Works. Now let's try the bottom. Okay. Let's check the bottom. Bloop. Looks like it worked. Okay. Also, need to turn off scroll bars. Okay. We're jumping into all the other games here, which I don't want to be doing right now. Trying to just do this one. Okay, so remove the scroll bars. All right. Now we have basically multiple, we can, from this, can spawn different levels to where like at least I could walk around from place to place and there will be different level types. And I can, concisely describe the level types. So let's condense the key controlled element for now. And the collision is where we got to change things here. Let's just save the current program. All right. Then let's go in here. All right, so we got our walking game. Let's just copy this and we'll call this let's see. This will be second level. All right, it should look a lot like the first level. Oh, whoops. Looks like it is good though. All right. Still is called walking game. That might be okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's take this one. Let's share. Let's get a link from it. Second level. So it is called second level. All right. So let's go into here. And let's make, I guess, yeah, when we go left, we're going to go to second level. All right. So here, we got our different options here. Left collision bar. And we're going to go here. And it's just going to be, the only thing different here is going to be shared frame. So it should just like walk in, basically look like it reloads itself. Okay, great. Now to test and see, let's view this. We'll just make a small modification. Okay. Boop. Okay. So we got our collision background here. Let's just make this one blue. All right. So here we have our walking game. Should be loading up any second. Okay. All right. So this looks good. Now, if I go here, um, all right, so my left collision bar here. Let's see where we're going. Okay, so this is still going to the walking, which should be second level. So shared frame. Boop. Walking game. Good, that's been updated. Now I just need to save it. Oh, amazing. Okay, so now both these two levels are linked together. All right. Great things to come here. I need to do a bit of thinking on, how I want to scale up my, my template here before I start generating a whole bunch of things. I may, make my template look a little bit better. But it appears that my headphones are about to die, so may cut things short here, and then we'll continue from there. Gotta trigger the outro. Hang on a moment. There we go. All right. See you soon.